Episode 5 hit hard with a tragic turn, showing a mother's determination to protect her son. Faced with the possibility of Bruce suffering the same fate, Mama Sun shares the Triad members' identities with Bruce, and with his remarkable memory, Bruce memorizes everything in a couple of hours. Mama Sun instructs him to use this information if he's ever in danger or kidnapped by the Red Ribbon Gang, aka the Boxers. Episode 6 of The Brothers' Sun starts with Mama Sun sending her sons into hiding. Bruce, now aware of all the Triad members' identities, is at risk if the information gets out. The brothers find refuge in a wealthy actor's house, coincidentally also used as a hideout by June, who recently killed Tony Tang. Unbeknownst to them, Alexis is keeping a close eye on their every move, thanks to the spyware she installed on Charles's phone. Mama Sun travels to Shanghai, possibly to uncover who is leading the Boxers' crew and the reason they require the list. Therein, Mama Sun also pays a visit to her mother. The woman who has never approved of her marriage with Big Sunday Mama Sun is also met with the tragic news that her sister has passed away. This shatters her heart, especially since Big Sun has promised to inform her if anything adverse happens to her family. As the episode advances, we learn about Charles's past and how he got the nickname Chairleg Sunday. Back in the day, a gunman attacked his family in a restaurant, aiming to murder his father. Charles fought back, using a chair leg to take down the gunman, earning him his notorious moniker. After this, Charles went through tough training, becoming the skilled fighter he is now. Charles receives a text on his phone informing him about TK's location, who is being held hostage by the Koreans. Charles leaves to save TK and advises Bruce not to leave the mansion under any circumstances. However, Bruce pays no heed to his advice and leaves with Grace. The series reveals one of the biggest twists here. Grace is part of the Boxers' crew and has been pretending to be Bruce's friend to get close to her family. Grace insists that she isn't lying and her feelings for Bruce are genuine. She also reveals her grand plan, which involves cutting the heads of the Triad leaders so that the organization will collapse. Grace sees his crew as a sort of humanitarian gang that's going against the Triad to protect the innocents. Grace also wants to have her revenge, as her own father was killed by the hired guns of the Triad. Grace promises to spare Mama Sun and Charles if Bruce gives her the names, and out of love for his family, Bruce agrees. Charles attempts to bridge the gap between himself and Alexis, but the latter shrugs him off. This rejection makes his blood boil, and he pours all his anger on the Koreans. Charles thrashes every single one of them single-handedly. At that moment, Charles became the predator, and the Koreans became the prey. Once he's done lashing out, Charles successfully rescues TK. In Shanghai, Mama Sun visits Big Sun in the hospital and attempts to kill him for not informing her about her sister's death. She declares that she'll do everything in her power to destroy the one thing he loves most in this world, his criminal empire. However, as the episode draws to an end, something unexpected happens. Big Sun wakes up from his coma. The expression on his face immediately makes it clear that he has heard everything Mama Sun has said. The episode review. Episode 6 of The Brothers' Sun gets even more intense, mixing family secrets and unexpected twists with well-choreographed action scenes. Mama Sun tries to keep her sons safe by sending them into hiding. Meanwhile, Charles, aka Chairleg Sun, shows his tough side in a fight to save TK. The big shocker comes when Bruce's friend, Grace, turns out to be part of the Boxers' crew with plans to take down the Triad leaders. Mama Sun grieves her sister's death, and Big Sun wakes up at the end, hinting at more drama to come.